Hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Bounce Theories YouTube channel. I'm here again with Yanick, who is the owner-operator of the Big Bounce Theory, the #1 event rentals place in Edmonton, Alberta. And basically all of Alberta. You can kind of go anywhere, can't you?
Absolutely. We can travel to Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan. We can, wherever people want us, that's where we're going to be.
That's right. They've got the largest inventory of inflatables. But today we're not talking about inflatables and attractions. We're talking about something that everybody should have at their event if they're having any kids there. Any kids need to have face painting. They love face painting and things like face painting, glitter tattoos. And now you've got a new feature called airbrush tattoos, which are kind of cool. So let's jump in and talk about face painting to begin with. You've started something new, a new promotion for 2026 as an experiment. What is that?
So this year we're going to basically our rates are going to be $100 an hour compared to the normal rate of $125 an hour. We're just hoping to basically help customers being able to afford those services, especially for, larger events or even a birthday party. Just give them an experience and something else to add to their rental. I think it's just people need face painting. Kids love face painting. So being able to afford it a little bit more, this is, pretty good to us. So.
Yeah. So people, if you're renting an inflatable for a backyard party, it's also nice to include some face painting.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Yes.
Now let's talk about corporate events. Okay. So corporate events, they've got, big company or whatnot, yes, or community events, and they've got, say 50, 60, 100 kids. Yes. How many kids can you take care of in an hour?
So it depends on the kind of art that people want on their faces. Usually for birthday parties, they're going to be a little bit more complex, right? People are going to want, a full face painted kind of thing. Rather that for bigger events like corporate parties or, community events and stuff like that, organizers are usually going to ask us to maybe reduce the size of the paint, not the paint, but the drawing in their faces or the arms or whatever, just so that it can kind of go a little bit faster. So on average for a birthday party, we can do about 15 to 20 faces an hour. And when it comes to bigger event, if they want to reduce size of the drawing, usually we can do about 40 to 45 an hour, depending on, how quick kids can make up their mind on which design that they want, right? Yeah. So usually this is what takes the longest. Yeah. It's for the kids to figure out what they want to get done. And usually, for a larger event, we'll have kind of like a template of, let's say, 10 or 12 different design, like 6 for boys, 6 for girls, so that it's a little bit faster. They don't have, hundreds of designs to choose from where it just never ends, basically, right?
Yeah, too many choices slows down the decision-making process.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. No, that's great. So, and is that would be one face painter
that's for one face painter. That's right. Yes.
All right. So if you wanted to even serve more kids and get more face painting done, have exactly 2 or more.
Exactly. That's right. And usually for a larger event, like corporate events, community events and stuff, it's usually recommended to have 2 or 3. And something to keep in mind, and I'm glad we're talking about this because it happens very often where people will book, let's say, one face painting, one balloon twister, and one glitter tattoo artist, thinking, oh, well, that's going to reduce the line for one of the 3 by adding 2 more. But the truth is, it just makes it way worse because then you just have massive lineup at all 3 of them rather than just helping, let's say, the face painting line get reduced. So what you need to do instead of adding the 3 services, you need to basically add on more artists for the same service before you can add another one. So for example, we have a large event every year for Family Day and Canada Day, and they have 4 artists of each of the different one, right? And the first year we did it, they only had 2 of each, and the lineups were huge. And it's good because people really like it and then enjoyed it and want it, right? But it just created frustration at the event and people weren't happy. So the next year, I recommended you guys need to double up, or you need to remove one of the services because it just creates too much of a mess and people get frustrated. Waiting 2-3 hours in line for a 4-hour event is just not really fun, right? It kills the mood. So
yeah, no, exactly. And for anybody who is thinking of booking this year with the Big Bounce Theory, they've got a number of different artists all ready to go. So we talked about face painting. Yes. So face painting is very popular. I know when my kids were younger, they love face painting, get little princess things put on.
Everybody loves face painting.
Super cute, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's for. So kids can enjoy it. And then you've got glitter tattoos, which we've seen a number of different times. So very simple, very easy to do. But at the same time, it takes some time, right?
Exactly. Again, it's all about people finding what they want to get done, right? What design they want. But the nice thing about glitter tattoo, and that's something I recommend to larger events usually, is it can be done a little bit faster than face painting or even balloon twisting. So if you have a really, really large event and you're looking for, how many numbers you can get through in an hour, glitter tattoo would be your best bet to get, the lines rolling basically. So
yeah. So now we're adding a new service this year. The Big Bounce Theory has airbrush tattooing.
Yes.
So airbrush tattoos. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So I don't actually know much about airbrush tattoo just yet, but it's basically a combination of glitter tattoo and face painting. So it's a little different. It's done a lot quicker than face painting, and the designs are phenomenal. They're really, really awesome. They're clear. The quality is really nice. So it's basically, it's just like a little paint gun, and you have stencils, and you basically, just like paint over, and you can do just infinite amount of things with this. It's beautiful. And the nice thing about this is it doesn't require, you need to be an artist for this, but just about anybody could do this. So it's just nice because everybody can just kind of bring their own creation to life, with airbrush tattoo. And it's just, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, right on. So that's a brand new thing that's coming through the Edmonton area through the Big Bounce Theory. So is there anything else that we're missing that people should know about either face painting, glitter tattoos, airbrush tattoos, or anything?
Well, there's balloon twisting that we haven't talked about as much just yet. But there's balloon twisting is balloon twisting. This is another thing where kids really enjoy them. The swords, or the parrots, or the crowns, whatever it is, right? Like anything that kids can think of, they just really love that. And that's definitely something to add to your event, especially for the larger events. If you're going to do face painting, you're going to want balloon twisting there before you get glitter tattoo. But again, this year you might want to do airbrush tattoo with balloon twisting rather than face painting and airbrush tattoo and balloon twisting. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, people have fun with balloons, and it keeps the kids entertained for a long time at the event. Yeah. They just like to play with their swords and thinking, they're pirates and stuff. So
yeah. Well, it's not just that. I'm thinking about, kids, they get something to take home with them. Right?
Absolutely.
So they have something on their body, on their face that, makes them, happy. And
it creates memories.
Yeah,
and this is the goal of the Big Bounce Theory.
That's right. So they get more memories, and people can take those photos and share them with friends and family. And just show what a great time they had. And I think that if you guys can, accommodate that, I think that really, makes your company, makes your people happy. Absolutely. To be able to spread that joy around.
Exactly. This, that's what we work for. We want to create memories and just people, enjoying themselves. Life is tough nowadays, right? So if they can, just have fun for a few hours, that makes us happy, and we feel, accomplished.
Yeah. So guys, if you are in the Edmonton region, or really kind of anywhere in Alberta or Saskatchewan,
largest pool of face painting, balloon twisting, glitter tattoo, and airbrush tattoo. We've got over 40 employees that do this full time, and they're all trained in-house.
Nice. So there you have it, folks. If you need any of those services, you want to add them to your party, definitely call the Big Bounce Theory. Thank you so much for checking us out. We'll see you on the next video.